never let love end. Don't let this be another memory. 'Cause I still love you. I don't wanna know if there's someone else in life. So please just let me sleep. If my dreams can't become a reality, too late to make a turn. All of my emotions are out of control. So now it's crash and burn. And still no lesson learned, cause I'm wanting the more. And though I've been warned by everyone, she said that she'll never fall in love again. Owning a broken heart's never fun. So don't let it happen. No, don't let it happen. Too late. She told me not to do it. Told me not to do it. But I can't stop falling in love. Yeah, she told me not to do it. Told me not to do it. But I can't stop falling in love. What was I supposed to do? So stuck on you. True love, I thought it was. Still she told me not to do it. Told me not to do it. But I can't stop. I can't stop falling in love. Love, love, falling in love. Try to let it go, but I'm infected. Don't know what she did to my mind. I can't control the urge. It's gonna be addiction, cause I'm feeling for more. And though I've been warned by everyone, she said that she'll never fall in love again. Holding a broken heart's never fun. So don't let it happen. No, don't let it happen. Too late. She told me not to do it. Told me not to do it. But I can't stop falling in love. Yeah, she told me not to do it. Told me not to do it. But I can't stop falling in love. What was I supposed to do? So stuck on you. True love, I thought it was. Still she told me not to do it. Told me not to do it. But I can't stop. I can't stop falling in love. Love, love, and I'm falling in love. And though I've been warned by everyone, she said that you'll never fall in love again. Only a broken heart's never fun.
What is going on, everyone? How's everybody feeling? There we go. We are back, and we are here. I think I'm good to go. Got the cameras on, the mic is on. Gotta turn this down. That's fine. How you guys doing? It is Thursday, November 6th, and it's well, it was early. It's 11:40 a.m. It's still relatively early, late morning. Um, okay, so first, I guess before we even get into it, let's I'm still oh boy, I don't think that's connected. I don't think it's connected. Let's see. Nope. Because I restarted my computer and I forgot to connect the other camera. But I'm still figuring things out. Changed a few things as I always do. Made some modifications and trying to figure out what the best workflow for this is going to be. And I think it's getting a little bit better. It's getting easier. Still learning. I'm still learning. I feel like this mic is probably low in volume. Probably could come up just looking at the levels. Um, I don't know. We'll try that. Yeah, it still feels low, but it's all right. I'm sure you guys can hear me. And if you couldn't, I assume you will let me know in the chat. Speaking of chat, let's go to the chat and see where everybody is at. Who do we have in the chat today? Who's here? We have all right. Let's see. We got Ash. What's going on, Ash? Riddle is in the house. How's it going, Riddle? We have balanced in union. I see you all the time here. Thanks for being here. I don't know if I've been saying that correctly. Not that that's your name, but Balanced in Union is here. What's going on? MJ and 3T Universe, hello. We have Diana Ross is in the house. How are you, Diana? We also have Carrie is here. We have who else? Okay, so you changed this, and I think I saw it. I think you wrote about it because it was Nistor Arena. Irina. But I think before it was flipped, right? It was Nistor, and I would always say Nistor, and I wasn't sure if I was saying your name right. But then I thought I read somewhere where you said that that's actually your last name. So maybe you switched it. But either way, welcome. And I hope I'm saying your name right. Let me know if I'm not. We also have Susie is here. Shoddy Mac is in the house. Kiara. How are you, Kiara? I did a tarot talk with Kiara a few days ago. So it's good to see you. Well, not really see you, but it's good to see that you're here in the chat. So thank you for being in the chat. Dunya is here. Nicole, how are you, Nicole? Hope you're having a great, what would it be? Evening? Maybe evening, right? For you? I think you're 7 hours ahead. So early evening. Annie, MJ, Annie, my Jack. Annie's in the house. I was going to say it, but then I was like, don't say it. That's corny. And then I was going to say it, but then I won't say it. Maybe you know what I was going to say. Do you know what I was going to say? Shaden is in the house. I am. You guys are testing my eyes. I got to lean in for this. I am Millie. I am Elijah. I don't know. My eyes. ILJ. I'm going with ILJ. I could blow it up even more, but it's getting a little blurry. MILJ. Yeah, that's right. Hello. And yes, you made the live this time. And Angela's here. June Rob, what's going on? Lala Chan is here. Melissa. And I'm sure, well, maybe I missed. Camille is here. And there's a few others I'm probably missing. But thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I guess the big news, for me at least, is I'm trying to expand over here, you guys. So, but the big news is hello, Leslie and Joanna. I think Joanna's in here. I don't know if I said that earlier, but hello, Joanna. Hope you're well. And Tiffany. The big news is the before I get into it. Right when I said I was gonna go live, or decided that I was going to go live, like what time I'll go live, and posted that I'm going live, they started making all this. I'm hearing chainsaws all outside. So there's a lot of noise going on outside. But, the announcement had already been made, so it's been coming in and out. I don't know if you can hear it. It's probably a little bit loud out there. Not sure if my mic is picking it up, but not too much singing, if any singing at all today. So that's not an issue, which is another reason why I usually work at night, because all of this stuff is. See, can you hear that? I don't know, but usually all of this is gone, and I'm able to work uninterrupted, and also like during these times when it's loud like this, there's other things you can do on the song. There's other things that you could do on the song working during the day, that you don't need it to be extremely quiet or quieter. And those are kind of the things I'm gonna do today, because normally I wouldn't have a early recording session or a studio session unless I'm doing the things that I'll be doing. But back to the news today. The news, the Michael trailer was released today for the first time, and I got some screen grabs. I want to know what you guys think. I'm so excited. I loved it. And of course Jafar, my cousin Jafar, is playing my uncle, and I'm so excited to see this. I'm so proud of Jafar and Prince and everybody that's really been working on this movie. I know Jafar is going to be amazing. He's really now a lot of my family, they've seen little bits and pieces of it from when it was first going. My brothers and some cousins. I think I was here and didn't I wasn't in town for it. And everyone has said how amazing Jafar is, and just great stuff. I had never seen. I mean, obviously, I take their word for it, but I had never seen anything, and this is my very first time seeing. I don't. I mean, I've seen photos. But I have never really seen any like what would it be, video, I guess. They've all just been photos. But I'm so excited. I know he's going to be great. I know the time and the dedication he's put into it. And I know he wants to do a great job for Uncle Michael. So I'm excited. I'm happy for them. And I think it's going to be an amazing movie for all of us fans and people that love MJ. And it's going to be really good. So I'm excited to see that. But I saw that briefly this morning, and had to mention it, obviously. So that's there. If you haven't seen it, you got to go check out the trailer. It's really cool. It's really cool. You got to check it out. And yeah, I'm excited for that. Okay, let's let us get into. Well, before we get into it, the things. See, now it's really quiet. The things I wanted to do today. Obviously, I'm working on a song. Um, Started it. I think this is session number 4. So I've had this is day 4. So this is my 4th day with it, and it's in a good place right now. I'm still working on melody and lyrics, more so lyrics than melody, and the melody is pretty much there. I have the music is great where it's at. Like I could record, sing to it, so there's not a whole lot that's needed there. We're not at the mixing stage, so we're not being too critical of things. And I'm good. I'm good. I have the music done. I have the structure done for the most part. All of these things can be changed later down the line. All of these things may change down the line. Structure, chord changes, everything can change. Nothing's set in stone. So with that said, I've done a lot. I've showed you guys starting from scratch. I started from scratch. It was an empty canvas, and I did the guitar parts. I did a beatboxing to start my drums. Um, Added some piano and keyboards, some Rhodes. Even though I had some issues with my plugins with the strings and the bass, I used another plugin, and then I did what I do. I did some rough ideas of backgrounds. Remember, I think that was that might have been day 2 that I did that. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I did that in day 1. I don't know. Can't remember. But I did some rough ideas of the backgrounds, and then I came back the next day and had some lyrics. So I sang the backgrounds, and then I stacked the harmonies, stacked the background parts. I went in and did. Oh yeah, that's what happened. I went back the second day, and I wanted to add strings and some of the stuff that I would and change the structure. And then I had a moment. I had a moment. It's okay, happens. But I had a moment. It got to me. The song got to me. We talked about all this, but I had a moment. The song got to me that morning because I started to get the lyrics, I started to get the melody, and even though I didn't share it at the time, I um I was hearing it as I was playing the string parts and all that. I kept hearing the melody. I kept hearing the words, and that was my first time really understanding and feeling what the song was going to be. So it got to me, and I knew it was going to be hard to talk about it. So I saved it towards the end, and I'm glad I did because I probably would have had to stop the live in the beginning if I started off with it. Okay, and then from there we just been chopping away, at the song and inching it towards the finish line. Uh, I don't obviously know how it's going to go in the future with the singing and everything, which I discussed earlier. I normally would lay down these melody ideas and lyric ideas and things, but I don't know how that's going to be. And I would probably be able to do that without the camera here, but the camera's here, and I don't want to be bawling every 5 seconds on the camera, every other live. So I'm just gonna save it. I mean, maybe I'll be fine. We don't know, but I'd rather just save that moment of recording it for when I have it not all the way completed because it's never completed till you're done. But as far as I can, to really get through a verse and then a chorus and so on and so forth. So today let me see. Today I'm getting text messages. And normally I wouldn't, but it's my brothers. So I make exceptions for my bros. Family, I gotta make exceptions for. But yeah, so we are going to. Oh, that's what I was doing. I wasn't just looking on my phone just to be rude. I was trying to pull up my notes. Today we are going to do song detail. We're gonna go check the backgrounds again, track exports, file management, song backups, and more. That's what I have. So that's on the agenda. And I guess we could start with loading up the session. I got my little. I never use this thing. This is what is it? A trackpad, Magic Pad? I think I have it. I'll try to use it. I'm trying to use it because the clicking is probably annoying for you guys, like hearing all that clicking. Um, so let's pull up the session. Here we are. We got the drums. We got the music, which is here. We got the vocals, and obviously synths, guitars, and everything are in there. So this is the full. This is the full session. This is everything we got. Um, how many tracks are we at right now? Let's see. We are at, well, if we open all this up, we are at 71. 71 tracks. It's a lot of tracks, not a whole lot of tracks. But if you think about back in the day when my father was recording, I think they start off with like, I mean, 4 tracks, 8 tracks, 8 tracks, 16 tracks. Then it went to 24-track tape machines, then 48 digital, and then digital recording came, and now all of a sudden you can have almost unlimited tracks, as much as your computer can handle. But that's the that's technology. That's just the advancement of music. And you know, to be completely honest, I think there's been some benefits, and music back in the day was created differently. You obviously didn't have all these tracks, so a lot has changed in the process of creating music, creating a song. The band usually was all together recording at once. You were in a recording studio, so the singers, everybody, it was done in sometimes all at once. Sometimes you had all the music on one side panned, so, and then the vocals would be on one take. So everything was only on 4 track or 8 tracks. Um, but here we are. Here we are in digital audio workstation land, where we have pretty much unlimited tracks. So you got to be careful, because although a beautiful thing to be able to have more and more tracks, it can make it very difficult, and it can make it tedious, is what I'm trying to say. If you do 30 tracks of lead vocals to comp, you got 30 tracks to listen to go through, and that can be a lot of work. Um, and then as well as for mixing, and sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you got drums, you got strings, you got you got choirs. I mean, I've done songs with my brothers where we've had a lot of tracks, like 200, which is ridiculous. But sometimes the song gets to be that big. You got a whole string session, a whole orchestra. So you may have violins that take up 4 tracks, and then cello and harps and all kinds of stuff. Then you got the guitar player that comes in and layers his guitars and stuff. So it can get up there. But for me, I've tried to make it a rule, at least when I go to the mixing phase, to be 48 or below, which is still a lot, but I really try to get it down to under 48. Less is more. So with that being said, I've kind of had to commit, like, for instance, if you have 14 tracks of background vocals, you can bounce it and just make it 2 tracks left and right. And now instead of having 14 tracks, you only have 2. But the issue with the only having 2 is now you can't control the different levels. Now you can't control the levels, the blend, and all of those things. So you have to commit to the blend. Now, you could always go back and reblend it and go bounce it back to 2. But if you want to bring it down to 2, which I probably will do, you have to make some commitments. But again, back in the day, when you would commit, that meant you were erasing tracks, because you were trying to use 24 tracks, bring it down to 2 to free up the other 22 tracks, and then record other stuff, bring it down. You had to do all that. But here, because we're in a digital land, computer land, it's just, you don't really have to manage it in that way. You could just bounce it down to 2, go back, open the old session, bring it back. You couldn't do that in tape. So a little bit of a went off course a little bit. Maybe you guys don't care. Maybe some of you followed. Maybe some of you don't. But my whole point in all this is I have a lot of tracks. I have 71, which is a lot for me. I don't want to mix a song with 71 tracks right now. So what we're gonna do before we even the goal is for me right now. The goal is to get this song, which is here in Ableton. I'm going to export the tracks because every track has something on it, whether it's a snap, a shaker, a kick, bell tree chimes. You guys can read these things. Guitars. I'm going to take them all individually and export the tracks and then put it into another program so I can mix. And then I probably, when the time comes, I will sing it in another program because I really don't use this one. I can, but I'll probably sing it in the other one because I want to get it as close as I can, and sounding as good as I can when I sing. So before we do that, we're gonna clean. Let's save this. We're gonna save this as 3.2, and there it goes. Excuse me. Another thing I wanted to mention. I've been saving. You should always save your work, whatever you're doing. You should save it because like I was talking about with tracks, it's hard drives. You can just get a hard drive and have a whole bunch of space and just make as many copies or duplicates as you need. One thing that changed it all for me was the Identity album. We had back in the day we were recording on a hard drive. We made a backup hard drive, and I think the drives that we were recording on, it was only at the time because this is when it first started to go into digital. It was only like an 8 GB hard drive, so you couldn't store a lot on it. Each song would probably be at least two, so you're recording on it, so it's a lot bigger. So we would swap out our drives, but we would back them up to this other hard drive that had our album. Long story short, the recording drives, those didn't really work for whatever reasons, or we didn't have all of the songs on them. So we went to our backup drive, and the backup drive died on us. So, no Identity album. Like Nike, we have the album obviously, but we don't have the files that the final mixes, the final this, the final that. We don't have any of that because the drive died. Now the only thing I do have is, and I still have the drive, so maybe some miracle will bring it back to life, but it doesn't. No computer recognizes it. What I do have is I used to save our sessions to DVD as well. So I do have some songs, not all, and they're not completed. So I do have bits and pieces on DVD, but the finished the drive we really want is gone. So because of that, now I'm like terrified, and I always make backups. Too many backups. I save as often as I can, but I have like this song. I haven't done it yet. I have well, I have it backed up because it's also in my cloud. I have it going directly to my cloud, so it's automatically backed up. But then just in case something goes wrong with the cloud, I want to put it on an external drive as well. Where am I going? So that's what I want to do really fast. I'm just gonna. I could have did this, guys, without you. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe. I don't know why I didn't. I should have done that, but it won't take long. I'm just gonna drag. Where's the song? Um, where did I put the song? Oh boy, where is the song? It should be in this folder. Um, what is the song? Oh, It's in my 2025 folder. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the two projects because I have saved it. So it's not even that big. It's 700 megabytes. One is, and the other one's 1 gigabyte, pretty much. So I'm just gonna take them real quick, and I'm gonna throw it on this drive. It won't take long. And I'm doing that because if anything goes wrong for whatever reason, I have the song at this state backed up. So worst case scenario, I have to start here. It's already done. That quick. So now I could continue. And I do that. I also do that because when I work, I usually work a lot faster than I am. I'm stopping to explain things to you guys and point things out, but sometimes I could work too fast and I can delete things and wish I didn't delete them. So it's nice to be able to go back and grab them from another session if need be. So the first thing I want to do is this is kind of it's kind of boring. This stuff. This isn't really this isn't really the creative stuff or the fun stuff. This is stuff you do when you're stuck or when it's loud, like I said, when it's outside and there's noise, or if you want to watch a football game or a basketball game, or if you're on the phone, if you're just hanging out, if you're just not doing much. It doesn't take too much creativity to do it. You're not really paying attention. You're just pretty much cleaning up your session. So when I work, when I write, when I'm creating, I'm just throwing things on there. Ideas come, put it on there. I'm trying to get all the information onto my computer, and then I deal with it later. So that's why a lot of times I'll be like, that's good for now. That's fine for now. And then you can go back and see and correct things. So I'm just going to briefly look at everything and see what is here and what needs to be changed. Let me see. Does this? Okay. I'll put my headphones on so I can hear better. Real quick. So, all right, here we go. I don't see, like, none of so, slow down. Organization is big. You want to stay organized. It makes it easier down the line. When you label things, it helps. This is not labeled. I have no idea what this is. I do have an idea because I could tell. It's probably a shaker. It's a shaker, but I didn't label it. So this is when I would do this stuff. And then I would just take this out because I didn't know it's here. It's here. It's still there, but I muted it. But I'm kind of committed to that. I like it that it stops here. So I took it out. So now these kind of things, it just makes it easier so you don't have mistakes. So it says shaker here. I'm good. Next track is a hi-hat. It says hi-hat, so I'm good. Okay. We're just looking for mistakes. These are snaps. These are fine. See, something's muted here. Yeah, we're gonna leave it like that. I've kind of heard the song enough to know if I like something or not, and that's fine. We could always grab a snap and put it back, but we're not going to. We're gonna leave that like that. So that's fine. That's labeled. This is a symbol, a reverse symbol. So that's doing this. Okay. And I'm looking at these tracks too to just make sure we're good. And we're good. The chimes are there. Okay, I'm seeing. This is an empty. See, like this is not a waste of a track, but this is all by itself. So this is just taking up one track, but it's fine. We're gonna leave it. That's all it's doing. But it's a big part. Let's see. I'm gonna mute it so you hear what it's doing. This is without it. With it, I think it just helps. And then we got our cowbell. That's fine. We have another crash here. Let me get a little bit longer. We're good. Moving along. This is all fine. This is kick. These are muted, obviously, which is fine. I replaced them with this kick, so they don't play. I could, if I really wanted to be super detailed, I could delete that and just keep going, but it doesn't matter. I'm not mixing in this. It's there if I need it. It's going to look like one waveform anyways, and you won't even see that when I export it to the next one. Next DAW, which is going to be Luna. All right, so that's good. This is good. This is good. This is good. So that's all of my drum tracks. So my drum tracks are done. I have a total of 21 tracks of drums. 21 tracks of drums. And they're all in this one folder. So the drums are done. Let's look at the guitars. We have this guitar it's fine. This is the one I played last live. This was my telly. It's the black and white one that I did. I got it when I was 11, 12. Took it on the Brotherhood tour, and it hasn't really been used since, and it struggled. It needs some maintenance, but I doubt I'll ever play that again. I'll keep it safe. But I wanted it to be on the song, so that's why it's there. So that one's there. What else do we have? We have this guitar. All of this seems to be fine. I'm just looking, and we could come back to some stuff like this. I would just really make sure that I could fade that in. Nobody's going to hear this stuff, but I don't know. So something like this, I would make sure it's not chopping it, and I would move it like that. See? And then just blend it. Same thing here on this part. So I could get a little bit more of that. Just fade it in. Alright, so that track's done. These look fine. These are fine. I'm looking at them. They all say guitar 1. So we should probably change that. So what is this guitar? So I'll just call this main guitar. That's the main guitar, and then this one will be my rhythm guitar. And this one this one. Oh man, I keep doing that. This one I will just call. What are we calling this guitar? Three, I guess. I don't know. We'll just call it. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. What am I calling this? Any ideas? Space? No, we'll just three. We're going with three. Or what you could do is you could see the patch. What is this? Coral. See, space. See, space. I think it needs to be called space now. Called space guitar. Close. We're going to go with space, guys. It was meant to be. All right. So we got our three. You guys, I'm kind of weird because the other ones aren't all caps, so that one has to match. We'll fix it later. Doesn't even matter. All right. I think the guitar parts are done there. Those three. These ones are not. I didn't realize I did so many. I didn't realize I played so much. Ugh. Hold on, you guys. I don't know why. Okay, let me see. All right, so we are on this one. Oh, this is the main guitar. Okay, that's going to be the main guitar. This is going to be chords. This is going to be main. Fun, right? Oh, oops. Main guitar. And then this part, I'll call that bass guitar. And then this one will be, now, had I done it to begin with, when I was doing it earlier, I wouldn't obviously have to do this, but at the same time, I was just in the flow of it, so trying to record. What was that? I don't know what that is, but okay. I'm going to call this Guitarlicks 1. We might have another one track like that. We have one more guitar track. And this is obviously taken out. Let me see what this is playing. Okay, and then we have that guitar, which is with this plug-in. So I'll put it, it's kind of our distortion guitar, so we'll just go with that. Now, again, this is muted here, so I'm just gonna clean that up because I'm pretty set on that. So the guitars are done. We are now done with guitars, so that's done. Since not much, there's not much here. We have our bass. know if I played it all the way through. Okay. We have our bass track. Pianos are fun. Strings. Let's just call these pad. We'll call this pads. This is the Rhodes. Okay, we're okay with all this. And then the string line. I'll just call it string line. Another way to label them when you're doing stuff like this is to, and you probably should, because sometimes when you have, this comes back from the MIDI days, sometimes when you have presets and things like this, they can mix up. It's technology, so sometimes the plugin won't load up, and then when you do, it won't know what sound you used. Usually when you pull up the session, it already remembers it and it comes up, but not always. And when you have a sound like this that you like, when you have that and all of a sudden it's playing like a guitar sound and it's like, that's not what I had, you're gonna have to find that sound. And it's not fun because there's a lot of sounds. This is only 60, but that's in that one section. So what I normally do is I'll just name it what it is. It's, what was it, calm thrusters. So that way I know the patch is calm thrusters. So that's how I usually name them. If it's not a piano or a Rhodes or a string line, like this thing, I don't know what this is. So there's the patch name right there, and again. So I'm just gonna name it and again synth. And again synth. Try to speed up this process because I know you guys are loving it. And I think this might even be the same, or maybe it's a little bit different. No, it's different. It's probably the same sound though, maybe. Let's see. It is. Same sound. But it's playing an octave higher, I think. Yeah, so I will name it and again synth high. There you go. This is my diva sound. No, it's not, because I have to solo it. Here we go. And this sound is, I'm scared to hit something because I don't want to change it. I think this is the default patch, if I'm not mistaken. I know this sound because it's one of my favorite sounds. I think it's the default. So, I know what it is. I'll just leave it diva. I know what that is. Not dive, diva. Okay. And then we have one more synth playing, and it's this guy. That changes. Heavy guitar tones. Okay. Since they're done, all that looks pretty clean. I don't see much there, so we're good. Usually that stuff is pretty easy because it's basically done in blocks. So you see them perfectly like lined up. So They come in and they come out. That's why I see blocks, copy, paste. We're good all the way up to here. So that brings us to our vocals. Since our good music's done, drums are done. Now we're in vocal land. Now remember, none of this is 100% locked in. We could always go back to another session, like a previous session, like version 2.4, whatever, if we need to change something or go back and grab something. But I didn't commit to this, and I'm still don't know if I'll use it or not. So I'm not gonna delete it. I'm just gonna leave it like that for right now. This, I don't even know what this is. Now I do. So that's my that's my delay. So if I would have labeled it, I would have known. All right, so that's my on and on ad lib, and this is my delay for that. That's fine. You can leave that. Nothing needs to be done there. And then here we have the counter. Now there's two counterparts I have. Counter main and counter the wherever. So what is this part? Let's turn this off. So I just turned off this track. So we're not going to hear all of that because it all goes to this, and I muted it. So we're only going to hear this part. I'm changing the name of this because I don't know what counter. I'm going to change it to no matter. No matter. Oops, no matter. I don't need main anymore. Okay, no matter BGs. No matter your near or far, I'll always be hearing your. So this was originally like this because it was muted, but I think I wanted to no matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here. I think I wanted to this is one of the changes I wanted to make was it starting off with just this note, because we're gonna come out of this other section and I don't want too much going on, so I want to establish the main melody here. That's okay. So I'm basically establishing the melody on the first two lines, and then I'm gonna have this come in, and then the next two lines I'm gonna add a harmony under it. Excuse me. Harmony under it. So then I just want it to open. I want it to open like a flower, like just opening up and getting bigger and bigger as we go towards the end. So starting simple with just one. Stack it, build it a little. Now drop it back down. Now it's slow again. Even bigger. Now even bigger. See it here, basically. Visually, you can see it visually. So this is one note, a color coding it for you guys. So I'm going to delete that. We're committing to that. This is one note. The brown would be my main first note, and then this is on top of it. Then when that comes out, we'll add this guy because it'll drop down a little bit. Now we got three notes. 1, 2, 3. Now on this part, it's gonna be really big because now we got, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes. No matter you're near or far, I'll always be hearing your. No matter you're near or far, I'll always be hearing your. Okay, so that sounds fine. I'm okay with the way it's structured. we are going to just pay a little bit more attention to this.
No matter if you're,
I muted the drums and music, by the way.
no matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart.
Okay. The only thing, if anything,
no matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart.
I think I should do 2 more tracks of this note because there's 2. I think I should make it more full of just the main note. No matter if. So, I'm gonna do that real quick, but I'm not gonna sing it all the way through. I'll sing it and I'll copy and paste it because it just needs to. Oh boy, we gotta make sure all this is taken off now, or else I'll be shifting. We're here. I'll put this in the middle. Okay, now, wrong mic. Sorry. I gotta mute this mic. No, I don't. I don't have to mute it. I could choose to. All right, this is the mic that's important. I gotta unmute this here. Go with that. Okay. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. I think. You're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. Okay, so I'm just gonna do 2 of those. Myself a little bit more time. Just 2 of those and we should be fine. I'm just making sure if I hit record, we're gonna record. We should. Here we go. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. That's all I needed to do. All right. You know what? I'm going to stay with this mic. So, just in case, for now. All right. You guys can hear me. Well, actually, I'm going to unmute this and then you won't. So, I got to switch. Okay. So, make sure we're not double mic'd. All right. So, what we're going to do now, because I only sang, if you're paying attention, students, I only sang it 1 time through. But obviously this thing repeats. So technically, if I just take this first line, no matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. If I just take that much of it, it repeats. So if I create a new track, I'll just duplicate it. If I create a new track and just shift this down here, it's technically going to be doubled, right?
No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart.
So that is what I'm going to do, except I'm going to double. I don't know if this is going to work. It should. I'm going to, so this is the first pass through, and this is the second pass through. This is the third right here. Like this is 1 and 2, this is 3 and 4. And basically right I took right here is 3 and 4. So just to make it easier, here, I'm taking this and I'm putting them next to 1 and 2. So now we got 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But now they're 2 tracks now because they're all different. So I'm gonna pan this one to the left and that one to the right.
No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No.
So now what do you do here? You just copy this and paste it. Now I could have made 4 of these because obviously 1, this is 1 here, and then this is 2, this is 3, and then that would be 4. So if I just take this part and make another track, I would have 1, 2, 3. I mean, you guys can figure that out, right? So that's, I don't want to say a lazy way of doing this. I sing it all the way through just to give it, I don't know. I could have just pasted it, but it probably would have just sounded the same because it would have been the same. So this just gives it a little bit of variation. So I got 1 and 2, 3 and 4. This is going to be copied. So basically this is the same as that. But all of this is different. These are all different. So now I got 4 tracks. I can, 4 tracks of the main line.
No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far.
And I did it, remember I did it just because I wanted this main note to sound a little bit more fuller.
No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart.
I want to hear a little bit more of this note, so I'm turning both of the tracks up because the orange is that note. So
Far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far.
I want to hear a little bit more of that. Not a lot, just a little bit. Oops, I gotta take them both. Just turning them up a little bit. Now, hold on, let's listen before I get ahead of myself.
Far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart.
So what I'm listening for, I'm listening for a lot of things, but mainly I'm listening for wrong lyrics, bad notes, clicks and pops, bad punches, like all of these lines right here. like something like this, you can't really hear it. I probably was trying to get rid of some noise, but this is probably breath. Um, just things like that if I can really hear it. And this is the thing with this technology, you can see it more than you hear it. So if you look at it, you can get carried away. Like you'll never hear this, but that's just how I am. So
no matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No.
okay, so those sound good. Those are good. We can pause that for, or not pause, but we'll mute that. And now we're gonna work on the other counter line, which is the wherever you are's. Let me see what this was if I didn't mute that. So this section, I'm turning it on. I have music on, I'm turning it off. So here's the other counterpart.
Wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart.
Same thing. I'm going to mute these. Let me mute it first. I think it's going to, same thing. It's basically the same thing. See how these are 4 tracks of the main note? And then I want it to spread. So it's basically the same because remember we had 2 tracks here that I deleted because I wanted that main note established first. So same thing. I'm going to start off, instead of having these 2 notes,
wherever you are,
that wherever you are, I'm going to take him out and let's get the main melody.
Wherever you are,
now we'll add the other one.
No matter how far,
splitting.
Here in your heart, wherever you are.
Building slow.
No matter how far, here in your heart.
Now we're building even more.
Wherever you are.
So this note right here is very, very important.
Wherever you are.
Because it's taking it to a whole different thing. So
wherever you are.
Because it just opens everything up and it introduces and you gotta remember at this point there's the bell tree and the other harmonies are going, so there's a lot of things that are going on right there, and that's just opening it up and expanding, and that's the reason why I decided to add the second on the second half, have that harmony come in there.
No matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are. No matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are. No.
Okay, so as far as the structure of the harmonies there, I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. I'm listening to that. I think everything's fine. I'm gonna delete that because I'm committed to that. The only
wherever you are.
Here's another thing. I have effects on this. So if I take off the effects, this is gonna be dry. There's EQ, that's fine, but all of these other things down here are effects. So this is listening to it without, well, is listening to it dry.
When
And sorry, when you add effects, it's always going to make it sound better. Effects make it sound better. So if it sounds good dry, when you add effects, it's gonna sound better. If you need to add effects, meaning, don't always put effects on things. That's not what I'm trying to say. You can hide a lot of bad things with effects. That's what I meant to say. So phasers, delay, reverb, all of that can hide and you won't hear a lot of that. So just checking it without effects.
wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are.
If you hear all that noise in between, it's my headphones because I'm listening to it loud while I'm singing. You can hear the track playing. That's the track in the middle. Now I could try to clean up some of that. If I want to really be nitpicky on this, people won't hear that.
No matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are. No matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are.
Okay, so now I can add my effects on it because it sounds fine. I think we're good with that.
Wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart, wherever you are, no matter how far, here in your heart.
What you're hearing in this section is the gate. Here it's like a stutter. It's just this right here. It's a plugin that it's a gate. So basically when you set the in and the out, the threshold, and when it hits a certain point, it opens the track. So you let signal or you let the words or the music or singing, whatever it is, to go through. And then when it hits the threshold on the way back, it closes. And I'm basically putting a gate on because I have a lot of headphone leakage, so I'm trying to get rid of some of that.
Wherever you are.
So this is the point right here. When it drops under, it turns off. See?
No matter
Now it's
how
open.
far, here in your heart, wherever you are.
Closed.
No matter how.
So that's that. All right. I think let me see. This was where am I? Song detail, background checks. We did the background checks. File management, we did that. I backed it up. We did the song backups. We saved. Well, we haven't saved lately. Let's save. 3.3. Okay. And now we have to do the track exports. Okay. So I'm gonna try to explain this to you guys. I talked about it a little bit earlier. There are 73 tracks here. See 73 all the way up to track 1, which is, well, this is track. So technically there's 73, but 1 is a folder. Then the second track is that little count off, and all the way down to 73. So if I were to take the whole session and export it to my next DAW, where I'm going to work on the mixing, I'm going to sing the leads, and whatever else. I don't really use Ableton to sing leads as often. Not really. Sometimes I can do it. I can sing the lead in here, but I like mixing in Luna or in Studio One. So that's where I'm going to throw this project into and take it from there. So I got to take all the instruments. Now I could just take a 2 track, which would just be 2 tracks, and all the music would just be on 2 tracks, which I've done before on in previous lives. But when you do that, you don't have control. If I want to change the piano and turn the piano up, I can't do all that. It's only on 2 tracks. So imagine, let's say, well, this is kind of crazy, but imagine if you're having a party and you got 73 people, okay, 73 tracks, 73 people at your party, and you guys all decide to go to the movie. Okay, it's your birthday. You got 73 people. You're all going to the movie. If you guys all, let's say you get a huge bus, and it can store, or not store, but it can hold 73 people in it, and you all take that one bus and go over there, that would be taking like a 2 track. Now, if you want to have control, like meaning if you guys all go, so if you guys all go to the movies, all 73 of you guys go to the movies, if you want to leave in the middle of the movie, you can't, because the bus can only take all 73 of you. Okay, so if 2 of you are like, this movie's terrible, I want to leave, I want to go home, I'm hungry, I want to leave, whatever. You can't leave because you're all stuck together. Now, imagine if 73 people you're all going to the movie, but let's say 21 of you, because there's 21 drum tracks, go into one bus, and then from people number 20, what did I say? 21 of you? 22 through 42 go in another bus. Now you got 2 buses, and then another bus, 43 to 73, going in the third bus. Now you got 3 buses. So those people can leave whenever they want, but they got to stay on the same bus. Okay? So instead of me taking all 73 tracks, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, I hope you guys followed me. That's a little crazy analogy, but hope you follow. I'm going to take, I'm going to take everybody. I'm taking the whole crew, and we're not taking a bus here. We're not taking a bus. What we're doing is everyone's driving to the movie in their own vehicle. That way, if you want to leave early, if I want to turn up the clap or the snare or mute the top vocal of the harmony, I have control to do that. I can do that. I don't have to wait for everybody else to leave. I have individual control. So it's going to be a bigger session, but I could always condense it once I'm over there. Once I'm at the movies, I can make some changes somewhat. So that is what I'm going to do now. I checked everything. Everything sounds pretty good to me. I'm going to take some of these, I'm going to take the effects off. I'm going to take the effects off here on the backgrounds, on the wherever you are backgrounds. I'm going to take them off there. Excuse me. And then there's no effects on here. There's only EQ. That's fine. These, we'll leave these on. Those on and on. That's the simple part. I could sing it over if I need to over there. And everything else is okay. I'll leave the effects on. It's not 100% commitment because I could always come back to here if I need to. But I'm going to bounce this whole session. So the way you do that is well, I don't even know if you have to do this. This is the whole session. Do I have, that's none on there. Sorry, guys. I am going to. I'll just do this for now. All right, so I'm going to export the whole session. So we're gonna go. I don't even know if you guys can see this. Yes, you can. So where am I at? I am going to export. Oh my goodness! Why can't? Did I go the wrong one? No. Okay, so it's here somewhere. Great. Oh, this is where it's at. So rendered tracks. So I want to do all individual tracks. We're all going. So these are all my tracks. If I just wanted to do the string line, I could do that or whatever. I'm taking all of them and they're all going for the ride. So we're going to select all of that. I'm going to export it and I'm going to put it on my, I'll put it on, I'll call it Luna Prep. Okay. Do that. And then I'm going to save it. And we're off. We're going to go to the chat because I think this might take a minute. Not too long. Is anyone still here? Okay. What do we got going on over here? Do we have any questions? What are we all talking about here in the chat? We got time. We got time. We're only at 22%. Everybody doing okay? You guys following along? Bored? Is this tedious? This is the process. This is part of it. But I think it's pretty good right now because it sounds good to me. It sounds good. It'll sound better as you go. Hopefully that's the goal. It'll sound better as you get closer to the finish line because you start paying attention to things. You start wanting it to sound better, obviously, because that's the goal. And you start making decisions on things, on how things should sound, where they should go in the mix. Should they be turned up? Should they be turned down? Should they be panned to the left? Should they be panned to the right? Do they need effects? Do they need reverb? Does it need to be in your face? Does it need to be in the back? What's the balance? EQ? All of those things for your listening pleasure. But we still got quite a ways to go on this. Like I said, we're in a good spot because the backgrounds are there, the music sounds good. The music sounds good. The backgrounds are there. The structure is good. We're just needing to plug in the lyrics and the melody, the lead vocal. So eventually that'll come, and that'll be not the final step, but the final piece to at least having the song, the full song together. And then you just over and over, you listen to it and you start inching forward towards that finish line. Where are we at, you guys? I'm looking for questions or anything. The wind is crazy here. The wind is terrible. I forget where you are. We're still moving, you guys. It's moving fast. It's bouncing. It's comforting. Okay, so I didn't mess up. But one thing I like to do that I should have done is I will write 95, the tempo. Because remember the grid. We want to be on the grid. So 95, we can remember that. But usually I will put that in my folder. I think we are pretty good. I would normally start to label, because this is pretty much done right here. So this is where it would stop. That's probably where it would stop. Where am I at? That's where I would stop with the 3.2, 2.4. I would probably start changing the name of that now, because it would have went to Luna Prep or Mix Prep or something. Because now I know that I'm starting to mix or starting to go to that program. So this one is actually, is pretty much, we're pretty much done here in this one. We're gonna open up the other program, which I struggle in because I'm still learning it. It's still very new, Luna. It's only version 2, just came out like maybe a couple months ago, if that. So we're working on that. I have to make it so you guys can see it, because that would be good. Not live, Luna. This one. Okay, so we're going to create. Let's put our tempo in at 95. Oh man, create the session. It's untitled, but it's okay. We could change it here, and this is going to be called PT Cool. The 1.0, I guess. And then from here, we're just going to import. We're going to import all of those tracks from that we just bounced. So I'm going to quit live, because we don't need live anymore. No, we don't. Okay. So this is an empty session, empty canvas. So we are going to go to import, if I could find it. Actually, you don't even have to do that. You could just drag it. So I'm opening up, it's a lot of files. I'm just gonna open up my folder that has it, and I'm going to drag all of them in to the session. I can't even see where I'm going. So it's importing the files now. Are you guys not seeing any of this? Oh, I think you are. There you go. Okay. There it goes. Here we go, you guys. So just waiting for it to come through. All right. So here's the deal with this now. Now we have this PTC, because when you save it, it names the file and it has the little name of the folder or the session, and then it names it. So this is the count off and the snaps and so on and so forth. It's still populating the waveforms and everything, but it's all in here. So I don't need these things, so I'll start to relabel some of it. These are snaps. This is snap 1. There's got to be a this is MOA. I don't know why that's there. Let's see. I got to shift my mind now, because different key commands for a different program. All right, so this is technically I should be at bar 1, just so it matches and lines up. I can do that, and then I put up bar 1. That means I didn't drag everything. miss some? Oh, goodness, there's more tracks. Okay. Jeez. Okay. So these are all going to bar one. Okay. Did I drag them all? Yeah, I did. So we have this is another way to look at all this. We can close all these. Okay, so now these are all the tracks. So this is the whole song so far, you guys. The mixer. This is the mixer for all this. Okay, so now you need some organization here, clearly. Because this is a lot, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put all of our drums at top. So these are all drums. These are all drums. Drums are all until there's percussion. All right, so I'm doing that. I'm going to make all my drums blue. I think I grabbed them all. Let's just double check. Yeah, because this is where the music starts, but we can mute that. So when you export it, remember I had a big folder. I had a folder and then everything was in that folder. All the drums were in that folder. So it gives you that. So this is my music folder. So I can mute that. Oh no. Oh no, we're good. We're good. I think. Yeah, we're good. We're good. This tricked me. But I think we're good. I hope. We'll find out. Okay, so all the drums are blue. This is guitar stuff. This is music stuff, so we'll worry about that when we get there. So we can just mute all of this. These all can get muted because we're not there yet. Ugh, it looks like a lot. All right, so this is our drum stuff. And we would group. We're going to put this all in a group. Normally I would have a template, and I should have thought of that, but I did not. We're going to group that, and we'll call it drums. So our drums will all be there. So if I mute, since they're grouped, if I mute one, it mutes all. If I bring up one, it brings up all. All my drums are now on a team. So I'm going to have it so my drums come out of one fader. So I'm going to, they're all grouped. And I'm going to change this. I got to create an output. Create a new track, and it's going to be a bus. So I'm going there, and I would have a drum. Well, let's just do 5 for now. I don't need any of this on it. I don't need that right now. I don't need that. So it's a stereo, and we're going to create it. I normally have a template that would have all this. And I'm going to bring these 5 guys all the way to the end. Okay. Right here. So this bus would be called drums, drum bus. Or drum group, whatever, drums. I'll just do drums. Drums. And then this one, I would do, I'll do synths, or I do keyboards. I don't think there's a lot. Well, this can change later. Keyboards. I will do something for my guitars. I would do something for my BG vocals. And, or you know what? I wouldn't, because this is not that big of a song. I'll just do one for vocals. I could always change this later. And then one would be for my effects. There you go. Boom. This one, I would leave them all green, so I know that those are buses. And then I come here and I select all my drums and I change the output to drums. Like that. See? So all of them, this is my output. So everything that goes through this track, let me take the group off. Everything that goes through this track goes out to my drums. And where's my drums? My drums is right here. This guy. So it's all going to this. And you can hit spill. And when you hit spill, it shows everything that's routed to this one track. And these are what's routed. Everything that says drums. So just the drums alone. That's what we're dealing with. That's the drums, guys. So this is my kick. I'm putting them all the way to the left. I'm putting my snares next to it. This is my beatbox thing. Here's my shaker. This is the count. I'll put the count all the way to the left. Because he's just... my snaps, shakers. I normally have my snaps and shakers right after my snaps and claps and things right after my kick. My shakers fine there. I usually have loops and things after my shakers and hats. So I'll go drums, snaps and claps and all that stuff. Then I would go hi-hat. Where's this hi-hat? You hear that? Nope. Where is he? He's here. No. This guy? There he is. Hat. So I'm just going to name it hat. I don't need that long name. So this is a snap. So we'll go there. Organization. So these names are samples, so they're crazy names. So I'm just keeping them simple. So that's my kick, and then this is a kick 2. That's a clap, so I'll just call it clap. That's my room snap. My hat. Okay. So that would be the drums. It's a lot of tracks, right? Take the spill off, and then we have now music to deal with. But I'm thinking there was a drum track. There should have been a track called drums, which I did not see. But maybe it's down here somewhere. Oh, we'll come across it. All right, so those are there. We have now, we don't need that. We're gonna do all of these. Let's just take this much. Let's see what this is. Where are we at? Oy. I'm gonna mute my drums because I don't need them. I'll just hit group them, so it's easier to mute all of them. I could hide them too. If I knew how. I'm sure you can. Oh, no? Yeah, there you go. Hide. So now I'm just dealing with music stuff. I'm gonna try to put my guitars together, my synths, keyboards, pianos, all of that stuff. I'm trying to organize my music. So this is my folder track, so I don't need that. I'm gonna mute him because it's already playing here. all of this stuff is basically this folder track. So we're actually going to deactivate. That was weird. I don't know why that did that. I deactivated it and it just didn't like that. That was weird. That's all I did. So I'm deactivating that one track and I'm hiding it because I don't need it to be, I'm not using it. Okay. Because I labeled it in Ableton, it's fairly easy to find all the guitars. So these are all my guitars. So I could create a group and call it guitars. And then I'm going to, you guessed it, I'm putting all of them, I'm routing them all to go to guitars. So now they're going to the guitars. And now I just hit them by clicking this button. It hides the group. So there it goes. Now we're on to synths. They don't come in for a little bit. Let's see where they come in. They come in right around here. So we're going to grab that bass right here. We're muted. Take all this off. That should be enough for now. We're muted and we're going to go from here. Here we go. So my bass, piano, I'm hearing a guitar part, pads, which means if I'm hearing a guitar, that means somebody got left out. That's okay. We're gonna fix that. So the main synths, I'm hearing all the guitars. I didn't mute them, that's why. Duh. So let's mute them. Okay, we didn't leave it out. We just forgot to mute. So nothing's playing right. Let's go towards the end because everything plays towards the end. Oh man. Oh gosh. Background's gotta be muted. All of this. This is pretty. Well, we don't want to mute those. It's a pretty big session. This should probably be the whole thing. I don't think I need this. Yeah, this is the whole song. It's a 2-track. So we don't need this. I'm going to deactivate it again, and then I'm going to hide it. There you go. And then these are the folders now. The synths folder, the guitar folder, and we don't need these. We're deactivating. Hide, deactivate and hide. These are my effects tracks, which remember I was looking for drums. Here it is. I don't need it. These are all of my effects that I don't need because I'm going to really mix it better. So deactivating these. And these are just some of those tracks on Ableton that we're not going to use. Okay. More. These are counter stuff. Okay, so these are notes. All right. This is a 2-track of all those notes, but we'll get to the vocals when we get to the vocals. Right now, let's mute them. That's all muted. That's all muted. That's all muted. Okay. So back to the music. Here we are. You can see there's not a lot of music tracks, synth tracks. There's a lot of guitars and things and drums, but these are the only keyboards used in here, so it's not too much. Okay, so we got our bass. I'm gonna relate that to bass, piano, So basically, it when it exports it, it names the whatever you title it. It gives you the track of Ableton that I had it on. It was track 39, and it gives you the name that you had. So I can just delete this part, but I just need really that. I'm just gonna call it Rhodes. These are pads. I don't know what this is. So I'm basically, when I switch between this window and this window, this is my edit window, and then this is my mix window. So this is where you do most of your mixing stuff, because you got your faders and your inserts. You have it here, but not the same. So if I have this highlighted, this track highlighted, when I switch to this window, it'll be highlighted here. So I didn't see it playing. See these meters right here? When there's something on the track playing, you'll see the meters move. So there's something playing right there. So nothing's playing yet. So these tracks are playing right now. So I was like, well, what is this? I don't know what track this is. So now I went here to see what track it is and to hopefully see where it plays. And it plays down here. So now I can find out what it is. This is the high again. So high. Just gonna call it high bell synth. And this will be bell synth. Don't watch me for a second. Okay, so I did those, and now I need to got my high and my low bell synths, and then this is the diva sound. That's fine. I know what that is. This is, I know what this is. Prince instrument. That's fine. This is my string line. See, it's labeled. All right, and that's it. Because now we're in Vocalville. So these are all these would all be my synths. So we're gonna group it and call it keyboards, because I think that's what I named it. So all my keyboards are there, and we are going to have them all go to here. So now all of these tracks go to the keyboards. We'll mute them, and then we will hide it. Getting there. These PT vocals, this is a folder I don't need, so I'm deactivating it and I'm hiding it. I still have it. It's still here. They're grayed out, I think. Where are they grayed out? They're still here somewhere. My eyes are not the greatest right now, but they're here, hidden in this window. We are doing vocals. So this is on and on. This is the first one and the second one. This is No Matter. Let me see if I can open that more. No Matter backgrounds. This is I can tell by looking at it. This is the folder of it all. So this will be a 2-track of it. So watch.
No matter if you're near or far, I'll always be here in your heart. No matter.
I don't know why it does that. That was weird. Okay. So that was a 2-track. So you already know how the part goes, but you hear all the notes are here.
Be here.
I don't have any control. If I want more of the bottom note, I don't have any control of that on this track. Okay? That's why I didn't just bring this track in. I brought this track in, but I brought in all of the notes. These are all the tracks. So these are going to be like the bottom notes and all that. So I'm going to have to reorganize. But I don't need this because it's the mix blend. We're going to redo all that. So I'm hiding, deactivating, and hiding. And where else am I? This guy looks like he'd be. Well, let's see. Ugh. These are all backgrounds. Okay, well, to save some time, because I know you guys are really enjoying this so much, you would take all of this. These are all backgrounds, and it depends how detailed you want to be. You can name them counters, and you can group them, high note, middle note, all of that. But for now, we're just going to highlight all of these tracks, and we are going to group them, and we're going to call them background vocals, and we are going to assign them to the, I'm going to rename that, but it's going to go to vocals. There you go. So now they're all going to the vocal track, which is right here. But if I rename it, it'll say BG vocals because those are all backgrounds. See, there you go. Now to make it a step further, I could, these backgrounds don't come in for a minute. Obviously, they only come in towards the end of the song. So I am going to come here and I'm going to delete all of that from there to there because they don't come in. So I have them there. So that's gone. This looks like a bounced version here. All right, let's show everything. This is wonderful. All right, well, here we are with the track and all of its pieces. Hold on, this should be more. These are. I'm just arranging. I'm putting my drums at the top. I always put my drums at the top, then I go to the music, and then I go to the vocals. So that's what I'm doing. And I can make the track smaller. Let's go to small. No, let's go to mini. Micro. All right, it's not the whole session. This is the whole session. I go to Pico. There you go. Looks like a flag. That's the session. And it's not mixed, obviously. But we are now in Luna. And I have things grouped. So I can come over here. If I want to mute the drums, it's gone. If I want to mute the guitars, it's gone. Drums, it's back in. Like, see those things, like my delays on the shaker, it's not doing that because I muted all that stuff. Doesn't mean that I can't go back and get it. And in fact, it's on these tracks right here. If I wanted to reference them, I deactivated them. These are my effects tracks. So I'm sure if I activate them, like this, you'll see. See, you're hearing them. So those are all the effects. See it? I'll leave it in for now. But if I were to mix, I probably would really focus in on what things are doing. But we'll leave it in for now, just so it sounds like it used to. He's part of it, so I gotta activate him too. There you go. I'm going to I'm gonna route it so it goes to Ableton Effects. So, and then I'm gonna give it a color. We'll go with the spring. No, we'll go here. There we go. And we're on the grid. We can check it here. See? Okay, so we cut it a little bit too soon. Should be over here.
Wherever you are, no matter if.
So that's why you mix. See how loud that is? So you have to go back in and
Wherever you are, no matter if you're near or how far.
don't want it grouped right now. So like that. I don't want any of it grouped actually, so fine. This is I think this is a bounce of all of them. Yeah.
Wherever you are.
So this one I would deactivate because it's, well, actually, I can use these for not. I'll leave it. I'll leave this. I should, I'll leave this. I should have left these and deactivated all the individual ones, but we'll reverse that later. So technically everything's going into this track, so we'll keep the bounces. Put him at first. And then everything else, because it's playing twice, so I can mute all of these other tracks pretty much for the most part. Well, I didn't group it anymore, so that's why I didn't. I'll take so if we go here, so what you're hearing is the delay. So I'm gonna go back to I'm done. I'm gonna go back to my deactivated tracks, which would be nice if I could find them. I think they are I don't want that one. This one. This would have to be activated, and I'm going to show it. So it's right here. And these are basically the two tracks comped. So I could keep these for now if I'm okay with the mix, which I'm probably going to change later. But this is those two. And I can mute all of this for now while I sing. I'm muted. I'm like, why don't I hear them? They're muted. Okay, so this is the wherever. So then I keep the on and ons because I don't have those, but that's all of the backgrounds. So I'm actually going to do the reverse for now and just deactivate these guys and hide them. Oh, I should have been well, I think it saves automatically. And then hide these. So now I only have to deal with these tracks. Wherever you are, no matter if you're near or far, no matter if you're just good for demonstration purposes. I will be doing this over. I didn't do it long enough. You hear the ending? Well, there's ways around it if I want. See how it just clips off? That's not good. I shouldn't do that. So I would redo what I just did, but I was rushing through. It's your fault. It's your fault because I was trying to keep it entertaining for you guys, and I didn't take enough. I was a little bit short, and now I got to do it again. But it'll be easier because I can do it quicker. So I will do that. Not now. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do that now. But next time it'll be right. It'll look right. I'll do that. I won't go live for that because that's just boring. But what else was? I think that was it. I think that was it for this session. I have it sounding good where I want it to be, good enough to export into this stage. Now, had I done it properly, we'd be like really good. But I'll take the blame. I didn't do a good job bouncing it, so I'm going to rebounce later. Some other time. And then when I go live again, it'll be ready. It'll be nice. It'll be organized. It'll be clean. It'll be color coded. It'll be ready. And then I'll tweak what needs to be tweaked. And then when I'm ready to sing, once the song is the lyrics and everything are set, then I'll record the lead vocals. But I think it's pretty close. It's not really a hard song to mix because there's not many tracks. There's a lot of tracks. It looked like a lot of tracks because it's 71, but when you get a good mix of your backgrounds, it just your 71 or your 20 tracks become 2 really quickly because then you don't have to deal with all that. That would pretty much be it on this. I would do that. It'd be done, and then I would come back, sing and comp edit the vocal, and then live with it. So that would be the next step after this. That's it. Let's I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, that would be it. I just got to do this over. Let's go to the chat and see what's going on. I'm gonna close this because I don't need to have it up anymore. Let's quit that, and I'll bring this window down. And now, okay, now I'm back. It just stops when it resets. It closes the audio interface. All right, let's go to the chat and let's see if you guys have any questions. And time went by really fast. It's almost time for me to go get Bryce. I got like 5 minutes, and then gonna go pick up my son, and before I go live next time, I will have this prepared. I'll do all the fun stuff. See how fun that was? It's tedious and boring, but it's part of it, so you guys get to see it. All right, what is where are we at? What do we got? I'm not seeing. Oh, we already did this one. Is there any questions? Who do we got? Yes, Nicole, absolutely right. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the session to show your support to Tarot. Thanks, Nicole. Am I like way like way late in this chat. Is this somewhat recent or is this long time ago? Any questions? Anything? I saw a question. How are you feeling today? It's you again. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I slept better. I slept better. My steps are probably terrible. Yeah, I'm at 1,500 steps. I should be at like 5,000, but I didn't go for a walk. I didn't do anything so far. I mean, I did some stuff, but not exercise. So I'm gonna have to get my steps in, and I will. What else we got? Um, I don't. Is the air or fan on? No, it's actually not on. You're hearing room noise. So the room does have some noise. You might be hearing, I don't know. You might be hearing outside. I don't know. But it's definitely not it's a live room. You can hear the reverb moving all over the place, but I don't think I have the air on. No. Um but yeah, normally you would turn all that off. And it was off. It's already cold enough in here. I think I don't see many questions. I think you guys are just either gone or I'm missing them. I don't know. I'm not seeing much. But maybe I'm in the wrong section. I think so. Am I right? Let's see. Have you seen the trailer? Yes, Donna. I talked about that earlier, right before I started this wonderful live stream of organizing some of the song and the session. But yeah, we talked about that. Well, I talked about it. Um, yeah, I'm very excited for it. I really liked it, and I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be great. So I'm looking forward to that. Very proud. My cousin's gonna do a great job. I know it. Oh yeah. Thanks, Drew. I saw that. Where are we at? My stuff is not working correctly. Um, what's going on with my keyboard? All of a sudden, I can't click on stuff. I'm sorry, guys. Something just happened. I don't know. Yeah, I think this might have just broke. I don't know what I did. Uh, we could try it here over here. I don't. I see. There it goes. That works, but I don't know what you're talking about. No pressure though. Just a reminder in case you totally forgot. I don't know what that was referring to. So no pressure felt. Um, have you named the song yet? So far, it's cool. It's called Cool. Cool. Sophie, thank you, Sophie. Thank you for taking us on the funny bus drive. I don't know. It was probably a bad analogy, but maybe some of you guys kind of understood what I was trying to say. But Sophie, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for supporting the channel. And I hope you understood what I was trying to say. So weird analogy, but I don't know. What else do we got? Any more questions? Am I missing a whole lot? I feel like this is not up to date because it just all of a sudden it just like hits my screen. And I don't know how. I don't know. think I did something, so I apologize if I'm not getting it right. Here's a question. Terrell, have you thought of giving a class or tutorial on how to record music? Yeah, I have. I have. That's kind of what my tarot talks started off as. I wanted to do stuff like this. So I thought it would be fun, be cool. I mean, it's hard to do this. It's hard to do this in some because I can't really go too far in depth in stuff because I don't want to lose everybody. And there's a lot more to it. So I'm trying to really keep it simple so everyone could follow along. But there's so many different, there's a lot more I could go into, but I think people would be really bored. So if there's people that are interested in that or want that, you can always book a tarot talk, and I would love to do that. It's kind of, I won't say geeky, um, but yeah, it's like you get technical and you start going deeper into it, deeper dive. So if that's you or as simple, depends, but there's a lot more you can do. But I'm not doing as much because I'm trying to make it so everyone can follow along. But yeah, I do that and I can. So if you're interested, let's see. A concert in Netherlands in June. I don't know. I really don't know. I know I know my brothers and we have some shows next year. I don't know the dates and I don't know where. I believe we're going to France, and I think we have a show in Holland, Netherlands. I don't know. I think all that's being sorted out, so I I don't know 100%. And when I'm sure my brothers and I will post something or announce it when things are set in stone. So, but I know we're doing some shows. Am I missing anything else? Did I miss anyone? No. Okay. I think this is it. End of the road. Let's play some jazz. That's kind of loud, huh? Thank you guys for hanging out, for joining me. I hope you I hope you learned something today. No, I hope you guys enjoyed the live. I hope it was, I don't know, entertaining in some kind of way. It's not always fun. I know it was kind of tedious, but that's you gotta have some of that too, because that's the process. It's not always fun, and it's a lot of maintenance and boring stuff. And this was easy. This is somewhat of an easier song. It's not as complicated. There's not a whole lot of stacking. It's just that in the end, leads. There's not a whole lot going on in this song, so it can get pretty crazy. But I think this was good. I think you guys got something from it. And if you did, or if you didn't, let me know. Leave me a comment. Give me some feedback. It always helps me. Let me know if the mic was, the level was good. Let me know it was good. Let me know it was bad. That's how I get better. You won't offend me. Just be kind. No, just kidding. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you want to see more of. If I'm going too fast, if you need me to explain things better. I've gotten some feedback where some people can't follow along and don't really understand the technical terms, and I forget that at times. So I try to slow it down and make it simple so you can follow. But give me some feedback. Let me know. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I look look forward to catching you guys again on the next live, which I don't know when that will be. Maybe the next one will just be a hangout. Not much music, because we haven't done that in a while, and that's you gotta do that. Gotta balance. Can't always be music. So maybe we'll balance it out. Just hang, more chatting, Q&A or something. You know, get your questions ready, and yeah, maybe we could do that tomorrow. Maybe I can redo this, and we'll do Q&A. That way we get two birds with one stone. No, I'll do this tonight or something. And I don't know. Thank you guys. I'm gonna go get Bryce. I'm gonna grab my son, and I will catch you guys on the next one. That's it. I'm out. I will see you guys next time. Enjoy the jazz, and thanks again. Take care.